Session will now come to order. Please rise for the Philippine National Anthem. Opening prayers have been led by the Honorable Hausian.
The Sangguniang Panlalawigan prayer. Dear Lord, as we deliberate in today's session, give us the wisdom to overcome passion. Give us that understanding heart to do away with prejudice. Give us the foresight to know what the future may devise. Give us the courage and strength to seek the truth in what is good. Give us the facility of language that we may be understood. And finally, our Lord, give us worthy public servants of this province we deeply love and highly honor, the province of Camarines, the premier province of Bicol Region. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Honorable Hausian. May I now request the Secretary to do the roll call?
Roll call. Honorable Vice Governor Fortunato C. Piña.
Present.
Honorable Board Member Romulo O. Hernandez. Honorable Board Member Russell N. Bañez. Honorable Board Member Wilfredo Rex C. Oliva. Honorable Board Member Fabio F. Picoracion. Honorable Board Member Alexander James D. Hausian. Honorable Board Member Nelson B. Holia. Honorable Board Member Amador L. Simando. Honorable Board Member Helmares Pacamara. Honorable Board Member Salvador A. Siñar Jr. Honorable Board Member George R. Bengua. Honorable Board Member Nelly P. Largo. Your Honor, I hereby certify the existence of a quorum.
Now that we have the quorum, we now proceed with our session. The majority, the floor leader, the Honorable Rex Oliva, is now recognized.
Approval of the agenda.
Next item.
Approval of the agenda, Your Honor.
Yes, any inclusion? The Honorable Largo is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For inclusion, a resolution expressing deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family, relatives, and friends of the late Punong Barangay Domingo U. Briones of Barangay Tambo, Pamplona, Camarines Sur, and former chapter president of the Liga ng mga Barangay Camarines Sur Chapter, provincial chapter, and former ex-officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, province of Camarines Sur. I move this item be calendared under business for the day.
Under business for the day, in a second, duly seconded by Honorable Hausian, Honorable Simando, Honorable Bañez. Any objection? Hearing none, the same is approved. Any other inclusions? The Honorable Julia is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move for the inclusion of a resolution strongly supporting Senate Bill number 1636, otherwise known as the Lifetime Cell Phone Number Act, authored by Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, that will allow mobile phone users to easily transfer telecommunication network providers without changing their existing mobile numbers. Under business for the day, Mr. Chairman.
Under business for the day, any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Picoracion, Honorable Siñar, Honorable Largo, and Honorable Banyes, and Honorable Pacamara. Any objection? Hearing none, the same is approved. Any other inclusions?
Mr. Chair, please.
Yes, Honorable Oliva, please go ahead.
With after conferring with and the approval of the chairperson of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, that the item referred to said committee last session, particularly the memorandum from the provincial administrator relative to the request for an ordinance amending ordinance number 010 series of 2007 entitled An Ordinance Prescribing the Fees to be Collected by the 5 Governor Mariano E. Villaferte Community Colleges by providing exemptions therefore and for other purposes be taken out from the committee where it was referred to, specifically the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, because according to the provincial administrator, this has to be acted upon by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, considering that during the next Regional Development Council meeting on February 5 and 6, this is included among the propositions from the provincial government for assistance. So I move, Mr. Chair, that the ordinance amending ordinance number 010 series of 2007 as previously referred to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education be taken out from the said committee and the same be included under business for the day in our agenda today.
Any second? Duly seconded, unanimously seconded, the same is approved.
And another item, Mr. Chair, I move that under items under other matters, resolution number 839 series of 2012 of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan entitled Resolution Adopting an Ordinance Offering a Memorial Tribute to Departed Provincial Elected Officials of the Province and bestow due recognition to their labors and achievements as public servants be included in our agenda under said item, that is under other matters.
Under other matters, yes. Duly seconded by Honorable Largo, and the same is approved.
There being no other inclusion, Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of the agenda as amended.
Any second? Unanimously seconded. The agenda for today as amended is hereby approved. Next item, please.
First reading. Number 1, proposed ordinance and or resolutions. Number 2, letters, circulars, and other communication. Letter A, letter dated January 22, 2018 from Rebecca J. Roses, District Engineer, Department of Public Works and Highways, 2nd Engineering District, addressed to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan members, furnishing copy of the status report for the month of January 2018.
Mr. Chair, I move that this letter of Engineer Rebecca Roses of DPWH 2nd Engineering District dated January 22, 2018 be duly noted.
Letter A is, as moved, is duly noted.
Letter B, from the League of Provinces of the Philippines, furnish the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Kamsor, copy of LPPGA Resolution Number 2018-004 entitled Adopting the Official Position Paper of the League of Provinces of the Philippines on the proposed shift from a unitary to a federal system of government through charter change.
May I know, Mr. Chair, from the acting provincial secretary, if there is any appropriate action being asked from the Sangguniang Panlalawigan relative to this League of Provinces resolution.
What are they asking for?
We are only copy partners, Your Honor. Sangguniang Panlalawigan is only copy partners of the resolution, Your Honor.
That being the case, Mr. Chair, I move that this GA resolution number 2018-004 of the League of Provinces of the Philippines be duly noted.
Letter B, as moved, is duly noted. Next item, please.
For review, number 1, city, municipal, and municipal ordinances and all resolutions. Letter A, appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2018 of the municipality of Bao, Camarines, an ordinance authorizing, approving the annual budget of the municipal government of Bao for budget year 2018 in the total sum of 144,201,221 pesos, covering the various expenditures of the local government unit of Bao for calendar year 2018 and appropriating funds therefore.
Mr. Chair, I move that this appropriation ordinance number 01 series of 2018 of the municipality of Bao under letter A of city municipal ordinances and our resolutions be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations.
Letter A is referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation, duly seconded by Honorable Largo. The same is approved. And Honorable Senior.
Mr. Chair, may this representation be allowed to read all the items under number 1, city or municipal ordinances and resolutions under letter H for review, and mention the particular committee or committees where they will be referred to.
Please go ahead.
Thank you. I move that letter B, appropriation ordinance number 02 series of 2018 of the municipality of Bao be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations. And let letter C, resolution number 17-380, embodying municipal ordinance number 17-10 of the municipality of Libanan, be referred to the Committee on Games and Amusement. And letter D, municipal ordinance number 09 series of 2017 of the municipality of Tinambak, be referred to the Committee on Gender and Development, Women, Children, and Family Relations. And with respect to the appropriation aspect, let it be cross-referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. And letter E, Municipal Ordinance number 11, series of 2017 of the Municipality of Tinambak. And before proceeding, Mr. Chair, may we know if this scholarship program of the said municipality will benefit elementary, high school, or college students, considering that we have two committees on education, the Committee on Basic Education, on the Committee on Higher and Technical Education. And while, Mr. Chair, the Acting Provincial Secretary is looking for said ordinance, may I proceed that letter F, Municipal Ordinance number 13, series of 2017 of the Municipality of Tinambak, be referred to the Committee on the Peace and Order and Public Safety, and with respect to the appropriation aspect, let it be cross-referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriation. And let ordinance number 2018-02 of Iriga City be referred to the Committee on Laws and Review. And letter H, ordinance number 2018-01 of the same city, let it be referred to the Committee on Laws and Review. And with regards to the appropriation aspect, let it be referred to the Committee on Finance and Appropriations. May we know now from the Acting Provincial Secretary if this municipal ordinance of Tinambak on the Scholarship and Educational Assistance Program will benefit what
High school or elementary?
high school or college or
College. Only college.
Ay, loan, subsidies. Technical and
College,
it's college.
postgraduate.
in that case, with that, Mr. Chair, I move that Municipal Ordinance Number 11, Series of 2017 of the Municipality of Tinambak be referred to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education. And Mr. Chair, I move that the 8 items under city or municipal ordinances and or resolutions be referred to the appropriate committees as mentioned.
Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Simado, Honorable Largo, Honorable Figuracion, and Honorable Banyes, Honorable Senior. Any objection? Hearing none, the same motion is approved.
Thank you.
Next item, please.
Calendar of business. Business for the day, Your Honor, the inclusion of Board Member Largo.
The Honorable Largo is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I move for the approval of a resolution expressing the deepest sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family, relatives, and friends of the late Punong Barangay Domingo U. Briones of Barangay Tambo, Pamplona, Camarines Sur, and former chapter president of the Liga ng mga Barangay Camarines Sur Provincial Chapter, and former ex-officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Province of Camarines Sur. Whereas the late Punong Barangay Domingo U. Briones, Kainggo, as he fondly called by his colleagues and friends of Barangay Tambo, Pamplona, Camarines Sur, former chapter president of the Liga ng mga Barangay Camarines Sur Provincial Chapter, and former ex-officio member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan, Province of Camarines Sur, left this world and joined our Creator on January 25, 2018 at the age of 69. Whereas the late Punong Barangay Domingo U. Briones, or Kainggo, has unselfishly extended his utmost dedication and untiring commitment to be of noble service to the people of Barangay Tambo, Pamplona, Camarines Sur, from 1989 up to 2007, with an unprecedented opportunity, he was again elected in the same post, in the same barangay, for a full term from 2010 up 2013, and yet again elected in the similar position in 2013 and was extended as per national law, punong barangay in the said barangay up to present. Whereas serving faithfully the provincial government of Camarines Sur, the late Kainggo was triumphant in his stint as an ex-officio Sangguniang Panlalawigan member and chapter president of the Liga ng mga Barangay Camarines Sur Provincial Chapter, working all along under the provincial government and the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Camarines Sur with commendable legislations passed, particularly under the Committee on Barangay Affairs, among many others. Whereas the dedication for duty of the late Kainggo, hailing a successful career as a public official, is evident with his completion of the 3 consecutive terms as an ex-officio Sangguniang Panlalawigan member and chapter president of the Liga ng mga Barangay Camarines Sur Provincial Chapter from the year 1994 up to 2007, and another term from the year 2010 up to January 2014. Whereas the late Punong Barangay Domingo or Kaingo is a natural leader, a businessman turned politician and epitome of humility and a dedicated public servant, a man of substance with a sincere desire to uphold the common good, truly befits the description. Whereas the outstanding accomplishments of Kaingo is serving his constituents serve as a model to his successors, which inspired and encouraged them to further his goals and aspiration for the good and development of the barangay and the province as well. Whereas the demise of Punong Barangay Domingo U. Briones or Kaingo is really a great loss, not only to his beloved family, relatives, and friends, but also to the people of Barangay Tambo and the province of Camarines Sur, whom he has sincerely served. I move for the approval of the said resolution. My co-sponsor is the Honorable George R. Bengua and the Honorable Romulo O. Hernandez and the Honorable Alexander James Haushan and Honorable Russell M. Bañez.
Any second? Duly seconded,
This
there a
is
comment.
a suggestion, Mr. Chair, that in the whereases of the resolution, I remember that the late Kaingo is also the author of some landmark legislations, one of which, if I am not mistaken, is the Kasambahay Ordinance of the province. And if research will be done by the Secretary, there are some more that the late Kaingo has also authored or co-author or co-sponsor. And to give more teeth or significance to the resolution, I suggest that all the members of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan be a signatory to said resolution.
Yes, well taken. Well noted. So, duly seconded. Unanimously seconded. The same is approved. Next item, please.
The inclusion of Honorable Board Member Julia, Your Honor.
The Honorable Julia is now recognized.
This is the resolution strongly supporting Senate Bill number 1636, otherwise known as the Lifetime Cellphone Number Act, that will allow mobile phone users to easily transfer telecommunication network providers without changing their existing mobile numbers. Whereas Republic Act number 1636 or the Lifetime Cellphone Number Act requires public telecommunication entities operating in the country to provide a nationwide mobile number portability to subscribers. Whereas the proponent and chairman of the Senate Economic Affairs Committee, headed by Senator Sherwin Gatchalian, certified the said bill as urgent that aims to provide convenient movement of mobile subscribers from one service provider to another, while retaining usage of their existing numbers with their prepaid and postpaid plans without changing their mobile numbers. Whereas the entry of the potential third telecommunication player in the country, President Rodrigo Duterte has directed the Department of Information and Communication Technology, DICT, and the National Telecommunication Commission, NTC, to expedite the approval of necessary licenses and permits for them to operate. Whereas under the Lifetime Cellphone Number Act, it will reinforce the government's campaign to break the duopoly in the telecommunication industry, inspire efficiency by encouraging and allowing a third or even more telecom players to enter the Philippine market and compelled to offer better deals to its consumers. It will also stimulate healthy competitions within the telecommunication industry, which will generate improved services and better deals to offer that will greatly benefit mobile phone users, giving them flexibility on which service they prefer, free of charge and no additional cost without losing their digital identity. I move for the approval of this resolution, Mr. Chairman, and my co-sponsor is Board Member Pacamara.
Board Member pa, yeah. Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable Hausian, Honorable Senyar, Honorable Picuracion, Honorable Simando, and Honorable Pacamara. Any objection? The chair hears none. The same resolution is approved. Next item, please.
The inclusion, Your Honor, of Board Member Oliva.
The Honorable Oliva is now recognized.
Mr. Chair, may I give the honor to the chairperson of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, who is my co-sponsor in on the ordinance previously passed by this august body, and which is intended to be amended.
The Honorable Oliva, the Honorable Noble is now recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, a very urgent request by the Provincial Administrator, urgent request pertaining to the document submitted to CHED Central Office. So, thank you very much to the Blue Leader for give priority for this session today. So the important two urgent resolution, Mr. Chairman. Resolution number 1, an ordinance amending section 2 of ordinance number 0010 series of 2017, prescribing the fees to be collected by the 5 Mariano A. Villaporte Community College, providing exception therefore and for other purposes. That I think the original resolution dated ordinance number 13 passed last year, series of 2017. My principal author, the Honorable Oliva. So whereas on August 2, 2017, Mr. Chairman, the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Camarines enacted Ordinance Number 10, Series of 2017, entitled An Ordinance Prescribing Fees to be Collected by the 5 Governor Mariano E. Villaporte Community College, providing exception, therefore, and for other purposes, whereas Section 2 of the ordinance which contained the prescribed fees was enacted as follows. So I think we also discussed this almost, Mr. Chair. The proposed amending Section 2, the following are valid semestral fees to be imposed by the said community college. I think there are 5, there are almost 4 items of that to be collected. One of that, the tuition fee, the laboratory fees, the computer fees, and the miscellaneous fee. So in that particular, Mr. Chairman, also itemized the said amendment prescribing to that original ordinance. If any other suggestion by the committee on higher education, we can also give the details of this resolution. Other suggestion to the committee so that they can also proceed to that original amendment.
Mr. Chair, please.
Please go ahead.
Now, in addition to the manifestation made by the Honorable Noble, it is the intention of the provincial government to give free education services in the community colleges being run by the province. However, it was found out that there are subsidies being given by CHED, DOLE, and other national government agencies. And the Bao Community College, which is the pilot college before the establishment of the 4 other colleges, is not enjoying or is not availing of these subsidies being given by the national government agencies. The intention of Governor Mix is to give free college education, and the same, it will also be enjoyed by the students enrolled in the said community colleges, but this time there will be some subsidies that will be availed of by the province. However, Mr. Chair, may I ask the Honorable Noble that because I was informed by the administrator, the OIS administrator of the Bao Community College, that what is being recognized by CHED is Bao Community College still, not Governor Mariano Villaferte College. So we will include in the title and in the ordinance that it should be the 4 Mariano E. Villaferte Community Colleges and Bao Community College. Baka sa NEDA po kaya or sa RDC, hanapon yaon sa inigdi ang Bao Community College. Dahil iyo pa yan ang recognized or recognized by CHED.
So I think so far now the suggestion of the Bao Community College. Last time we conduct a committee hearing pertaining to that. So some amendment to be tackled in that. So for the meantime, the recommendation by Dr. Mendoza up to this time will remain a Bao community for the meantime, and then the rest will be also considered Mariano Villaferte College. But in the end, the suggestion, the original principal author of the Bao Community College, the Honorable Oliva, will also conduct another round of committee hearing, and also invite the CHED regional office so that they can also proceed to that purpose. We will now meet para masaro talo ang community college, but the recommendation also by the CHED will now consider the Bao is now the main campus of the said Mariano Villaferte College.
So what's now the pleasure of the Honorable Noble? Are you moving for?
For the meantime, as by the my co-principal author, for the meantime, Bao remain as Bao Community College, but the 4 will now consider Mariano Villaferte College for the meantime. So after conducting another round of committee hearing, we will now consolidated, we will now consider Bao now part of Mariano Villaferte College.
So, are you moving for
So,
the approval?
If any other remarks or questions, Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of my amending ordinance. They said.
Any second? Duly seconded by Honorable.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, that I think the igwa kaming request ni Honorable Bolivar addressed to CHED regarding the review pertaining to appropriation. We are also part of this, Mr. Chairman. So I think I ask now the secretary to please now reschedule the said request to the Department of Budget and Management as well as the CHED regional office, so that they can also proceed to that purpose. Regarding the request to that,
So,
last time, the request committee, the request invitation to the Department of Budget and Management, as well as the CHED regional representative. May I know now the schedule? They said so that they can proceed to that.
there was already duly seconded, Honorable Hausan, Honorable Hernandez, Honorable Figuracion Casubago, and Honorable Pacamara.
And
The
then,
same is approved. Can the Vice Chairman restate your motion? Itong motion mo? Can you restate the motion? Although, for clarification of...
so that's my remarks, Mr. Chairman, is also considered that.
Okay. So
the question pertaining to the Honorable Liba. So for the meantime, I said that we will now remain, the POR remain as Mariano Villa Party, and Bao remain as Bao Community College for the meantime.
okay.
Then second, Mr. Chairman, second item, aside for that, the pipe development program, a very urgent also request by Provincial Administrator.
Mr. Chair, please.
Yes, the Honorable Liba is recognized.
That will be a point of order, considering that what was included in our agenda is only the request of the provincial administrator, that we are running out of time because the last day of submission to the Regional Development Council from local government units proposal for request for financial assistance only includes this collection of fees of the community colleges being run by the province. If that will be included in our agenda, then that should be approved. But I believe, Mr. Chair, there is no urgency on the matter because what was conveyed to us, including the presiding officer by the honorable, by the provincial administrator, is only this item. So that 5-year development plan of the 5 colleges, which is referred to your committee, should still be tackled by your committee.
So anyway, the second agenda will now be considered as for committee report. You know.
Again, Mr. Chair, that will be out of order. I will be... Now, may I ask the Honorable Noble if you can present before the August body the 5-year development plan of the community colleges of the province?
Based on the request, Mr. Chairman, will only pertaining number 1. So I defer the second. I defer the second request, Mr. Chair, the 5-year development program, and be conduct another round of committee report.
With the indulgence of the Honorable Noble, what is being asked by the Honorable Naval, if I remember it right, there was already a draft resolution being requested to be passed relative to the application with the RDC. We only need to consider that, I think...
May I request 1 minute recess, Mr. Chairman?
The Honorable Hernandez is recognized before we break.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, BM Noble. Ning, ano po kayo, medyo nakakaribungan kaya para sa kuya din. So bago po baga nag-motion si BM Noble, ano si motion mo, BM Noble?
I move number 1, item number 1.
Ano tong item number 1?
Amending ordinance number 01.
Oh, nag-second pati kami dyan. Ngunyan, anong item na po pala ng tinutukarig di? Yung mga item na
Pinapare-state ko ito, tangan ni ma-clarify
Ano?
kung ano man agad si big mo motion niya.
O yun na yan, minusyon mo. Yes. Yun na po, Danny, sir.
Ano ito?
O, sige.
My concern, Mr. Chairman, number 1, amending ordinance number 0110,
Yan.
entitled Ordinance Prescribing Fees to be Collected by the 5 Governor Mariano Villaparti Community College, providing exception thereof. So there is number 1, Mr. Chairman. The second request, Mr. Chairman, resolution approving the 5 years development plan. So number one, Mr. Chairman, amending Section 2 Ordinance Series of 2017.
But, Mr. Chair, before we consider that should be included in the agenda. The intention of this representation, why I ask for your approval, that the request of the Honorable Naval to include and consider and finally approve the amendment of resolution passed last August 2, 2017
Yes.
in order to be considered by the RDC is only the amendment, not that resolution approving the 5-year development plan of Tinambak Community College. That is distinct and
Separate.
separate item, Mr. Chair.
What is only needed is the approval of the amendment.
Amendment.
The 5-year development plan can be treated separately and
May request, Mr. Chairman, 1 minute recess.
1 minute recess.
Sige, habang recess, Mr. Chairman. Okay man at recess ni tangarig maaraman kan.
So thank you, Mr. Chairman. A matter of confusion, Mr. Chairman. Number 1, only the request of provincial administrator. So we are now the ordinance amending Section 2, Ordinance number 010 series of 2017.
That has been duly seconded and that is
Seconded.
approved.
So
That's what I am asking for you to restate your motion.
Yes.
So
But-
we are clear on that.
Then the second,
That is the thing that has been taken out from the committee.
Yes.
We're not talking of number 2. Number 2 is still with the committee.
yes.
Okay.
So because of that, Mr. Chair, so number 2 will
We'll go on with the
will go on
committee.
with the committee.
The
So
committee.
we have no other.
We will not discuss number
Yes,
2,
yes.
item number 2, because that has not been discussed.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Number 2 has not been pulled out.
I'm very confused, Mr. Chairman, regarding the request of provincial administrator. There are two.
Yes, so that has been duly seconded. We only requested
Anyway,
that you restate your motion.
the number 2 will tackle that
Yes.
in my committee, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
within your committee.
Okay.
And then we will just await for your committee report on item number 2.
Yes. Thank
What
you.
is being tackled now and has been duly approved by the body is item number 1.
Item number 1.
Okay.
So I am amenable to that, Mr. Chairman. So the number 2 will tackle that on my
Anyway,
committee.
that has been approved already. We only requested you to restate your motion. So it's now clear that what has been approved is only the amendment in the previous ordinance that we passed. Okay, so thank you, Honorable Noble. Next item, please.
Other matters, Your Honor, the inclusion of Board Member Oliva.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Now, it came to my attention, Mr. Chair, and it is very timely that a former member of this august body died. And I remember that during my previous term, there was an ordinance authored by former member of the Sangguniang Panlalawigan and now the provincial administrator relative to the giving of due recognition to former members of this august body, and this is ordinance number 041 series of 2013, entitled An Ordinance Authorizing the Conferment of Exemplary Public Service Award to elective local officials of the province of Camarines Sur who have been elected for 3 and 2 consecutive terms to the same position. Now, may we know from the Sangguniang Secretary if what happened to this ordinance, considering that there are undertakings that should be done by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. And other than that, Mr. Chair, there is also this first is resolution number 839 series of 2012. This is resolution adopting an ordinance offering a memorial tribute to departed provincial elected officials of the province and bestow due recognition to their labors and achievements as public servants. And in here, there are several undertakings that should be done by the Sangguniang Panlalawigan through the Sangguniang Secretary. This was authored, sponsored by the Honorable Naval, now the Provincial Administrator.
In regards, Your Honor, to that Resolution 839, there was, I think, an opinion from the internal OIC of the Provincial Internal Audit Unit, Attorney Francis Maestrado, and I think one of the decision, or in the committee, it was Attorney Francis Maestrado has been requested to appear before the members of the Sangguniang. And that's only the information that I can give you, Your Honor. The detail of which hindi ko na po alam kung
so
ano
in short,
nangyari.
that was not acted by the Office of the Governor. So, pero with the indulgence of the Honorable Oliva, and the acting Provincial Secretary, what was disapproved was the financial assistance. But all other procedures, all other ceremonies embodied in the ordinance is valid. So I think it's appropriate now that we're discussing this, so we will be able to clarify things. Maybe we will amend the COA has said that, including the internal audit, said that the grant of financial assistance is not valid, but the ceremony is okay. So yes, maybe we can amend the ordinance so it can be implemented.
Yes, it is very timely, Mr. Chair, because in said ordinance, aside from the giving, no, the resolution number 839, that is not bako pala niyan. Yan. Under section 4, memorial tribute. Okay. There are certain things that should be acted upon by the provincial government. First is the giving of memorial wreath, personnel to do staff and legworks during the wake of the deceased official, material and financial assistance, and that is what the presiding officer, Vice Governor Ato, is telling us, that ang may opinion lang ang Internal Audit Office itong tungkol duman sa giving of financial assistance. Number 4, memorial services to be conducted either at was this done already by anyway, in the ordinance it is not specifically mentioned who will be doing these particular undertakings, because that mention of the provincial government, not the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. No, under section 7, can we move to section 7? Memorial Secretariat. It is mentioned here that the provincial secretary shall head the memorial secretariat and shall perform the following: prepare a template of resolution of sympathy and condolences. Good that the Honorable Largo has already took the initiative of the drafting the resolution. Make available at all times the Philippine flag, provincial banner, and other materials needed to carry out this ordinance. Have we already provided the family with the Philippine flag? Dahil ang casket siguro kayan dapat mapatos ng Philippine flag.
We will be giving the Philippine flag this afternoon when we go there. So, but the flag is already ready. I think we're observing all this, but it's not official. We're on our own initiative, but not strictly following the ordinance. But I think there is a need to really, amend this so we'll be able to institutionalize the service.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Dahil who knows, one of the present members might follow might follow Kaingo. Anyway, Mr. Chair, I was only reminded of this ordinance, so better that we should make some refinement kung anong ikaka-adjust, and for COA to tell us na dahil palang pwede ang pagtaon ng financial assistance, because it is only Attorney Kiko Maestrado who rendered the opinion relative to this ordinance, not the COA. It is only the internal audit unit of the province. So with this, I suggest that we follow the suggestion of the Honorable Vice Governor that we should revisit and amend this Resolution 239.
Yes, so we'll request the committee concerned to look into that.
With that, Mr. Chair, I move for the suspension of our House rules.
Rule suspended.
And I move that certain amendments be done in Ordinance number 239, and that matter, the amendment to an existing ordinance falls under the Committee on Oversight Committee. So I move that amendments of certain provisions of Resolution number 239 series of 2012 be referred to the Oversight Committee.
So the Oversight Committee is chaired by the Honorable,
I believe, the Honorable Pacamara.
The Honorable Pacamara. So any second, duly seconded by Honorable Simando, Honorable Largo, the same ordinance is referred to the Oversight Committee chaired by the Honorable Pacamara. No objection, hearing none, the same is approved.
Thank you.
So still on other matters, the Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our observers from the Pili National High School. Now, from the senior students of the Pili National High School, please rise. Mga taga-Pili. Yan. Nasa immersion period po sila. We have 2 batches to be accommodated in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. There are actually 40, but the initial group is composed of 20. There are senior students of the Pili National High School. So they're here for their immersion jobs or in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. So welcome welcome to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan. Thank you, thank you. Any other matters? No more. When is the next session, sir?
Considering that we have already completed the sessions for January, because this session is intended for Wednesday's January 31 session, the next session will be on February 7.
So next session is regular session will be on February 7. That will be held in the Sangguniang Panlalawigan session hall na. So that's Wednesday. So any other matters?
There being no other matters, Mr. Chair, I move to adjourn.
Duly seconded by Honorable Largo and Honorable Simando. Session is adjourned. Thank you very much. Good morning and may God bless you all. Thank you.